The Bouncing Souls are one of my favorite bands. They've been the soundtrack to my summer for most of my life at this point. The last thing that my dad ever bought for me before he passed away back in the 90s was a Bouncing Souls album. I've got the title of one of their albums tattooed on my knuckles, Hopeless Romantic. I love this band. So, we're going to talk about their new album called 10 Stories High. It came out on March 24th of this year. It's 10 songs, about 26 minutes in length. And yeah, I listened to it a whole bunch of times so I can come tell you how good it is or isn't. I don't know. It depends on how you feel about punk rock, I guess. You know how you have a band that you followed for, let's say, most of your life. Let's say one of your favorite bands of all time. I'm 41, so that could be a lot of years, right? I've been listening to the Bouncing Souls for probably 24 years now. And so when you have a band who's put out albums that you have loved for 10, 15, 20 years, and then they bring you something new, it's oftentimes going to be a little difficult to get into it, right? And so when I first listened to this album, it was short, so I was really anticipating and enjoying it. I really was excited to hear it. I just wasn't feeling it. I thought, okay, there's a few standout tracks, but it's not what I was hoping to get from the Bouncing Souls because they're such good songwriters and storytellers. They're from Jersey, and I don't know. I love this band. So I kind of stopped and I sat back. I thought, you know what? All the years that they've helped me through heartache and just life, I owe them more than like a half-assed listen. And so I put my headphones in, like decent headphones, and I went out to the garage to start printing some shirts for some clients and a friend of mine. And I listened to it two more times, really focusing on the music. Honestly, I probably focused on the music more than I focused on the shirts, which is not necessarily a good thing, but I was giving them the time they deserved for me and the attention they deserved. And I started hearing little things that I was really enjoying about it. And I thought, you know what? The reason I wasn't impressed with the album when I first heard it isn't because it's bad. It's because it's so good and every song is so good that there were no valleys in it. It was all killer, no filler. And that's how I feel about it. It's an all killer. It's not a perfect album, but it's really good, man. 10 songs, 26 minutes. I have to buy this on vinyl. I would like to maybe get a CD. I'm not sure which yet. I'm going to go out to the record store tomorrow, see if they have a copy somewhere. If they have a copy, whatever they've got, I'll buy. But the record's good, man. It's good. And you can hear that they've changed a little, they've matured a little, but it's still fast. It's very upbeat. The recording quality is fantastic. The production on this album is just, I mean, it's just wonderful. I understand young people specifically really like a raw, unfiltered punk sound. Dude, I'm 41 years old, man. I want my stuff to sound good. I don't even like listening to old Misfits records because they sound so bad. So, songwriting is amazing, but the recordings. Anyways, this record is sneaky good, and I think that if you put it in your rotation for the summer, it'll probably stay there. There's not a single song on this record that I would skip. There's no songs that are kind of slow and boring. It's all upbeat. All the tempo is nice and high. It's good, man. It's good music. It's good writing. It's good storytelling. It's good singing. Good guitar playing. The guitar tone's really good. The drumming is fantastic. Everything's very clear. You can hear it. It's just a good record. And I think that is what I was hearing when I first sat down to listen to it. I was just, I'll be honest, man, I was expecting it to be kind of boring. And so I think with those expectations, when I sat down to listen to it, I kind of got what I was asking for. In reality, it was just so good. There was no valleys, and I thought I was getting something boring. In fact, I got something fantastic. So I'm not going to keep rambling on about the Bouncing Souls. This band's freaking amazing. And yeah, I love them, and I hope you love them. I'm going to give you a couple of my favorite tracks on the album, and those will be on the PRD playlist. And I'll let you get out of here, man. So my favorite songs, the title track, the first song on the album is just absolutely wonderful. Then we have one called Andy and Jackie. Very, very good song. And then the second to last song is called To Be Human. And that one would also, that's probably my favorite song on the whole album. Those three songs will be on the PRD playlist on Spotify. There's a link in the description if you want to check that out. Yeah, man, Bouncing Souls, 10 Stories High. 2023, they're still out there rocking and rolling, man. If they come to your town, go see them live. You're going to wish you had if you don't get a chance to do it. So, yeah, thank you for hanging on me for a little while. And let me talk about one of my favorite bands of all time. I can't believe that all these albums that I'm looking at right now that I'm surrounded by are turning 20 and 25 and 30 years old right now, but they are. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy the music while you can. I've got some good lists coming. I've got Less Than Jake retrospective, a Thrice retrospective, some Subhumans retrospective, and then punk albums that are lists of albums that are coming out that are hitting 20 and 25 years this year. And then I got a vinyl haul video coming pretty soon. So stay tuned. We got a lot of content coming, man. Thank you so much for hanging out with your old punk rock dad here at 31 TV. Don't forget, open door policy here. If you need to talk to somebody about addiction, depression, whatever, man. If you're having a hard day, hit me up. My Instagram's in the description. I'll never, ever, ever ignore one of you guys. All right. Thanks a lot. Have a good day. I'll see you soon. Peace.